favorite sandwich? My favorite sandwich is probably a ham and cheese with hot peppers. Yeah. Yeah, that's probably my favorite. But my favorite sandwich event is the night of Thanksgiving. Yeah. When did I first know? When did I first know that I loved sandwiches? Boy, it was an early age. My mom used to make bologna sandwiches with 2 pieces of white bread, butter, and bologna. And that was it. That was the sandwich. I ate that just about every day for lunch when I was a kid going to school. That's probably where it began. Yeah. Boy, if I could eat just one sandwich for the rest of my life, although ham and cheese is my favorite sandwich, this may sound strange, it really is the leftover turkey sandwich from Thanksgiving night. Whoa. Wow. Well, Colby is, yeah, he's my nephew, and of course I love him, and I have a lot of fun with him, and we have a lot in common, and I have a great amount of respect for the way that he makes a sandwich, and the planning that goes into it. But I really have enjoyed over the years watching him grow as a sandwich eater. So when we start talking about this competition, while I respect him and love him, of course, as a nephew, I, in those dark moments, yeah, I fear him. Yeah. Yeah, I fear him. I'm afraid of this competition, but I'm ready for it. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready for it.
Turkey and cheese. It was Oscar Mayer bologna, or it could have been Glacier. It was definitely one or the other. And cheese and mustard, with butter on the bread. And it was cut into 4 sections. There is no process. I have a snowball's chance in hell. Creativity. And why? I have no idea.
I would have to say, going to the market barn, I would order the sandwich they have there called the missile. It is spicy, it is salty, it comes with pickles, and a bag of chips, and it was wholesome. It's a wholesome meal. I think the first time I ever ate a sandwich was elementary school. My God, those days. I remember one day I walked in the cafeteria with my very first time with a lunch pail. I walk over, I sit down with my friends. I open it up. I'm terrified at this moment right now. I don't know what I'm doing. I always go on the lunch line. I open my lunch, and there it is. In the plastic bag, there's a peanut butter and jelly sandwich sitting in that bag. In my mind, I'm freaking out right now. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to eat a sandwich on my own. But thank God there wasn't squares. I'm just glad it wasn't squares. I open it up, I take one square. Everyone's eating this sandwich in halves. In halves! I don't know how they're doing that. I take my little corner, I take a bite. It was the most fantastic thing I've ever done. All that stress is gone. I felt happy. And I've loved sandwiches ever since that day. I would have to say, I gotta win it. That's what you gotta do. You're not there to make friends, you're not there to have a nice meal. You're there to win. You take your leftovers that will be given out throughout the next month, and you eat them that night in one gigantic, amazing sandwich. That's what I say. Now don't even talk about Colby Griffin. Well, Jerry, if I'm gonna be honest, I'm not feeling that good because last year he put stuffing, cranberries, turkey, just normal stuff. Then he put deviled eggs. In my mind, I'm thinking like, okay. Then he puts chocolate on top of the deviled eggs. I'm telling you, this sandwich is huge. It's tall. It actually looks good. As soon as he puts that chocolate on there, I knew exactly right then and there in my head, I'm done. I can't win this. He's put so many food combinations together that shouldn't go together. And he enjoyed that sandwich. Every single bite. I don't know what I'm gonna do. My sandwiches, they don't even compare to him. I see. Now that's a trick question. It's all three. A little part of each. To get the perfect sandwich. Girth, you can put whatever you want in that sandwich. You can put everything in the kitchen sink in there. But is it gonna taste good? No, because you're just putting random stuff in there. Cleanliness of plate shows that you enjoyed your meal. Shows everyone that you're ready for more. That you're happy with yourself and you're comfortable with your body. Knowing that, yeah, I ate that big sandwich and I'm proud about that. Show me my reward. No one wants a boring sandwich. No one just wants to put turkey, mayo, and cheese on a sandwich. That is a sandwich, but it's a creative. No, it's not. You need to put everything on the sandwich. Gotta make it big to show that you're ready to fight. Gotta make it presentable. Show everybody that you're gonna win this. That you're the top dog. And cleanliness of plate just shows that you're ruthless. You're gonna win that.
Any sandwich Colby makes. Yes, I was very young. I was a little boy. We lived out in a cabin in the woods. It was a hot dog. Hot dogs are sandwiches, aren't they? Well, we go into training as early as August. We're training day and night, running hills, spreading our bread. We're into it serious. It's going to be a tough competition, you know, Colby. He always comes prepared. So we have to prepare ourselves like a good team. Our coaches have prepared us. We're ready this year. He's going down. Put your heart and soul into it. Well, you would think it would be creativity, but with international rules, I think girth is pretty important.
Ham and cheese. Oh, let me think. It was probably just a plain old peanut butter and butter sandwich on white bread. Nothing too exciting. At the Thanksgiving dinner, I have to look at all the sides that are put in front of me for choices. And then in my head, in the afternoon, I prepare which ones that I'm going to use. All I can say is, Colby, I love you dearly, but you're going down this year. Oh, definitely cleanliness of plate. Because I think if you're going to take the time to use all those sides, it would be a shame to waste them. So if you're going to prepare a big sandwich, you have to be able to finish it completely.
Peanut butter and jelly. Nope. Not at all. Start eating a lot. I'm probably gonna lose. Creativity.
No question about it. It would be a peanut butter sandwich. I'm not sure if it was the first time or not, but we used to have this thing called Jim and Mary Lou Hour at my mom and dad's, and there would always be homemade bread and peanut butter there. And I remember Mom making me a big sandwich with one piece of bread, and I fold it over, and I can remember eating that with a cold glass of milk. I'm going to pace myself through the meal. I'm not going to deny myself the pleasures of the dishes, but I'm going to pace myself. It may take me a long time to eat this meal, but I'm gearing up not necessarily to win, but to really enjoy a sandwich. It isn't even a contest. It isn't even a contest. Let me tell you a story. This one time when he was about 11 years old, we were coming back from somewhere, Ball Diamond probably, and he wanted a ham and cheese sub. So I stopped, and it sounded good. So I got 2 ham and cheese subs. Took it home. I put mine in the fridge, and I went out and I mowed the yard. And I came back in from mowing the yard hungry. I opened the fridge. I couldn't find the sandwich. I said, Colby, did I bring that sub in? It was ham and cheese sub. Did I bring that ham and cheese sub in and put it in the fridge, or did I leave it somewhere? And he said, oh, that was for you? 11-year-old, he ate 2 ham and cheese subs for lunch. And then asked me after, what are we having for supper? There is no competition between him and me. He smokes me every time. Oh, before that, he would eat just his enormous breakfasts, and 8:30, 9 o'clock, and by noon, that's when he wanted a sandwich.
Of the 3.
Probably to watch the serious competitors. I don't put myself in that category. Girth.
Bologna and horsey sauce. Woo! That's what we call it, a woo sandwich. My grandfather made me an Italian sandwich, bologna, and he called it something that I repeated at home and got yelled at. It's a bologna sandwich on Dago bread, and I didn't know that Dago was a very bad racist term towards an Italian. So I told my mother when I was about 6 years old that I wanted a bologna sandwich on Dago bread. I never said that again. Got in a lot of trouble. Grandpa. I have no strategy. I can't compete. I make it simple. I'm defeated before I start. Mm-hmm. When he ordered 2 main courses at Applebee's and finished every single bit at about age 10. Well, being an artsy person, I should say creativity, but cleanliness of plate, because you know, there's starving people in Africa. You gotta finish your food.
Probably a peanut butter sandwich. It never tastes bad. At one point, I remember being very young. It wasn't my first sandwich, but I convinced my dad it was okay for me to bring a butter and sugar sandwich to lunch. And he let me. I don't think my mom was very happy about it. But I remember being excited about the butter and sugar sandwich. Well, the dinner is the strategy behind it, not to give too much away, but I try to pace myself through the dinner, get a nice taste of all the dishes, to kind of get some ideas going for the sandwich later. And then it has to be structurally sound. So I get the strong bread, I get a nice base of probably cornbread and stuffing, just to, again, keep the foundation strong. And I want it to taste good. So make sure there's an equal mixing of flavors. Well, I don't know if everyone remembers, but I came very close to beating him last year. So I just want that to be known. You know, it hurts. It always every year, anytime we ever have any family gathering, Colby impresses everyone with his food eating abilities. And you know, it's hard to live in that shadow. But I love him. Personally, I try hard to make it creative, but my plate is always spotless. Well, at a certain point, we became very aware of how much money out of the family budget had to go into feeding Colby from a very young age. My parents would often tell me that, you know, we can't go to Disney World this year, we can't go to France, Colby needs to eat. But I love him. But that's what I knew.
Well, I'd have to go with the championship made sandwich last year. Okay. Made with the strawberry chocolate frosting provided by Aunt Mary, and topped off with the deviled eggs on top of the sandwich with the bacon to make the perfect smiley face is the best kind of sandwich you could ever have. I'll never forget the first time I ate a sandwich. Changed my life. It was probably the best moment of my life. You know, there's people talk about, you know, your first memory, your first positive memory, first time catching a ball, you know. Nope. That first sandwich, that first bite, that was it. Total domination. That's it. That's all it is. You know, right after last year, everybody was saying to me, take some time off, enjoy this victory, enjoy this championship, go somewhere nice. No, I start day one working for this, all right? Day one. And I've been working a whole year, and I haven't eaten in 3 weeks. So if that's arrogance, you know, I guess that's what it is. I call it work. It doesn't faze me, all right? They're all important equally. But the most important thing to me is total domination, no mercy, and that's all it is.